Hey you guys, and welcome back to the channel. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I wash my lace on synthetic wigs and how I reapply this wig by the What Lace collection, then go ahead on and stay tuned, and I will show you all the tips and tricks to getting your wig to look just like this. Okay, so the first thing that I did was make up this soapy water. I got a basin and I put some hot water in it. I like to use the Suave Professionals. I like to use that on my natural hair, so I also like to use it on my wigs as well. So I put a little bit of that in there. And I also like to use the Dove because it has the cumber and it smells good. It's sulfate free. I like to use that as well. So I took the water and just tested it and make sure that it was good and hot. And then I just submerged the wig in it. As you can see around the hairline, it has makeup and it has spray from the Got to Be Glued spray, and it's just really nasty. And with it being a 613, it just gets dirty really fast. So what you want to do is you want to get as much as that soap as you can on the wig, and I just let that part of it in the front, I just let that soak about 10 to 15 minutes. And I think I let it soak for like 15 minutes. I wanted to make sure that it was really soaking. And then I took my time and I scrubbed it with my hands just to make sure, like I said, that the soap was around the front of the wig and it would get some of that grunge and just filth and build up off of it. And I slowly took my fingers and pulled it apart. So I used the old toothbrush. I did put some of the shampoo on it, and I just went in and I started to clean it. Now the camera is a little bit off and I didn't notice, but what I did is, as you can see, is I just went along the lace and I just scrubbed it. So I scrubbed it inside, scrubbed it on the outside of the lace, and I just went along the ear tabs and everything, and I just really scrubbed it really good in a good circular motion to get all of the buildup off of it. And if you do that, it should come off, and then let it soak. You may have to let it soak even more, but like I said, use a toothbrush because it can get in between the small areas really good, and the bristles are not too hard where it will split the lace, but it's firm enough so that it would clean it off and give you a good scrub and still be gentle on the lace. So after I did that, I just went ahead on and I let the hair kind of like dried it by wringing it out a little bit. With it being synthetic, a lot of the water will go ahead on and come out of it, as you can see. So if you just keep wringing the hair out like this, you're going to get a lot of the water out. It's going to make it easier when you go to use your blow dryer to blow dry it, because it won't be as wet. Now the lace came out super clean on this. When you use the toothbrush, I haven't found much else that gets it so clean. It gets it so clean. I mean, it scrubs that lace and it gently scrubs it and it gets it like super clean. So the lace to me is very transparent, and it looks like it did when I first took the wig out of the packaging. So using a toothbrush is just great. Like I said, I love doing it, using this method when it comes to cleaning. So as you can see, the water's filthy. All that buildup, all the makeup, all the stuff is pretty much in that water. And also to further dry it, I took and wrapped it in a towel and I wrung it out that way as well, just to further get that water out. So after I dried it, towel dried it, I'm going to go ahead on and use the blow dryer to dry it. Because as you know, the wefts are going to be wet and everything. So what you need to do is just go ahead on and pin it down. I knew how I wanted to part this, so I went ahead on and pre-styled it, and that's how I kind of blow dried it, or blew dry it. So I put it on the mannequin head and just use 2 bobby pins to hold it down. You can put the bobby pins in the back, on the sides, however you want, just to kind of hold it to the mannequin head. I use the styrofoam one whenever I blow dry, because it's just, it's easier to me to put the pins in there. So I just went through, blow dried the hair really good, and tried to get as much of the water out as I could, and it did work. And this wig is heat safe. This is Chrissy, like I said, by the What Lace collection. It is heat safe. So I went through and I just literally blow dried it like I would my hair, and got those tips. The tip of the hair is where all the water is going to pretty much end up at. With it being synthetic, it just kind of sits down there at the bottom. So I started blow drying it from the root, just like you would your hair, and just went all the way down to the bottom. Now I did use a brush for this, and I think that that's a good technique because it just made all the water from the roots go down to the bottom and help you just get it drier quicker than to like let it sit overnight or something like that. So that was just, like I said, a technique that I use that you guys may want to use when blow drying it, because I was going to wear this wig the same day as I'm washing it. So after I did that, I went through and I started to flat iron it. As I mentioned, the wig is heat safe, so I went through and I flat ironed it, and it came out pretty good. Like I said, it looks just like it did when I took it out, which I think it looks better because over time, I think once you wear it, it just came out better. So I went through, and what you see me doing here is I decided what side I wanted to part it on, and I just went in and I kind of styled it on the mannequin head so that once I put it on, it would make the application process a lot more easier for me this time than the first time I did it. And I will put a link to my first initial review on this wig in the description box below in case you did not catch that. So I used some spritz, got to be glued spray, and I used that as to tack it down. I did do the ball cap method on this. I just used a cap that I already had, and I just put a little bit of spray on there and did the ball cap method. I didn't use any got to be glued gel on it. I just used the spray itself and went in with that. I was only wearing it for a few days, so I felt like that would secure it for what I wanted to use it for. So if you don't want to use the gel, you don't have to. After I did that, I cut off that extra material around there, that band, and then I just went back in and slowly laid down the edges so that the edges would be secure. Now another tip you could do here is you could go ahead on and tie it up if you want to do that to keep those sides down. So now this is the wig on, and as I mentioned, since I pre-styled it, putting it on was just like really easy. I just clipped it back so that, you know, I would get the wispy pieces and the baby hairs out of the way, and I just slowly put it on, sprayed it down in a few sections, and then tacked it down like I normally would tack it down and use some heat on it. And even though the wig, it was dry, it wasn't totally dry, the lace, it still stuck down really, you know, really good to my head. And like I said, I just went around the front of my forehead and I just tacked it down really good. And that is what you're seeing me do here. Once I got the wig down really good, the next step is to use some of my white rain mousse or any mousse you have. And I love using this because what it does is it helps you slick your hair back on your edges and get it molded the way you want to before I use my Got to Be Glued spray and my blow dryer on it. So what I did is I took the mousse and I put it around the perimeter and I used my edge comb and just brushed it back. And to me, that's what gives it those streaks. That's what gives it such a natural like look in the front and make it look like it's coming from your scalp. I like to use that technique when it comes to 613s because, as you know, they're very bright blondes and you don't want to see any black underneath. So I really do like using the technique of taking the mousse and putting the mousse on there and then taking the comb and kind of streaking it back. And then I tied it up for like 10 minutes. And after I tied it up, this is pretty much the look that I got. I went in and used my wide tooth comb and just brushed it down, and I went back in with some mousse in the parting area just to get it to have that nice sleek look and get rid of any of the flyaways. After that, I did go in and touch it up with the flat iron at the tips, and then I put a little bit of heat on the parting area. I did have some stragglers, obviously, from switching up the parting area a little bit and washing it a little bit. And so you may have to clip it a little bit. But all in all, I think that the techniques here, you can use them, especially when you don't have a dark root. They just help you out so much as far as getting the edges to look good, especially on these 613s. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look for this unit, and I did her a little bit different this time. Last time when I did this unit, I went ahead on and I added more curls to it. It was fresh out of the pack, but this time I wanted it to have a little bit more of a sleek look. So what I ended up doing was, after I washed it, I went through and I just put it on differently. Now the last time I put it on, I will go ahead on and link the video to the original review below. I ended up cutting one of the sides short. That's why I didn't know which side I cut short. I couldn't remember because I didn't try it on ahead of time like I should have. But one of the sides I ended up cutting short, so I remembered that. So that's why on one of the sides I had that tab longer because I couldn't remember, like I said, which side it was. But it ended up working out, so I just shifted it to where it needed to be. So all in all, as you can see, this is how I usually wash my synthetic wigs. I go ahead on and I usually take a basin, put warm water in it, and I like to put the Dove, and then I usually put a little bit of the swab in there. So I'll wash it, I'll get a toothbrush, and I'll scrub the lace to get it clean in the front of the lace. And like I said, you can do that for your human hair wigs, but I just wanted to do something like a small little tutorial for what I do with my synthetic wigs and how I wash them. And the great thing about doing this color is this is like a hard color. You have to be careful because it will soak up dyes and stuff like that. So, you know, that's why I wanted to use the 613 as well. And then I wanted to show you reapplying it. I reapplied it a little different. Everybody on YouTube and all over, apply their lace a little bit different. I took my time with this one and did it like piece by piece because like I mentioned, I had cut something short and I couldn't remember what. So I was like, okay, on the safe side, let me just do it like this. I won't be leaving this in for like too long. I'll probably just wear it the weekend. Today's Friday, so I'll probably just wear it up until maybe Sunday, if possible Monday. I won't wear it too long. My braids need to come out, so that's why I won't be wearing it too long. So anyway, this should last. I like it this way with the sleek look. You guys tell me before I end up putting curls and everything in it. I think that this way here is really, really cute, and it's flat like I want it without any like real curls in it. It's just a flat look. So let me go ahead on and give you a 360 of what I did to it so that you can just kind of see, although I know you've seen it probably a couple times. So in the front, this is just all I did in the front, and I laid that down and you saw what I used for that, just the mousse and some of the Got to Be glue spray. It is hard up here. It's not crusty. That's why I like that. So it does give it more of a human hair look, and the edge looks really good. Now if you wanted to, you could take this piece and push it in a little more. After I tied it up, I just left it like that. This side here, I pretty much feel like I got it exactly the way that I want it, and I'm pretty sure this is the side that I end up cutting short. So I end up getting it the way that I wanted to get it, where it just literally like I said, it looked like I just got my hair brushed back on that side. So the bang I put over here, the great thing about this with the wet lace collection, you do get full lace in the front, so you can pretty much part it however you want, side, right side, left side, or a middle part. I am a side part girl, and I generally like to have my side, my parts on the left so that the hair falls on the right. So that is what I did there, and I'm just going to give you a look of it all the way around. The shine came back. It smells amazing. I love the Kimber smell in it. So that came out really cute. So I'm actually going to be headed out tonight, so I wanted to do my hair, and so I just did this quick little tutorial for you. So I hope you guys liked it. Tell me how you wash your synthetic wigs when they get dirty. Do you just throw them out, or do you just not wash them or use dry shampoo? Go ahead on and leave that in the comment section below. Again, I will leave all the information to my original review on this unit. Any products that I may have used here, or if I didn't leave something in the description box, you guys just can always ask. It was just Dove, and it was just the swab. So if there's anything else you think you might need, then just let me know. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the channel. And to all my returning subscribers, hey girl, hey, how you doing? I'm back in the blonde, slaying some blonde this weekend. You know how I do. Boop boop. So if you guys decide to share this video or any of my videos on your social media platform, don't forget to tag me in it. Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. You guys know the deal. The name's the same. My name is Beautiebymark. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.